Well, yes, sir. You're looking at me, and I'm looking at you right here, Mr. and Mrs. All right. You keep on looking, and my friend Gardner will be right up with a story to tell you. Right here.
So anyway, I was living in Freiburg at the time, and I was pumping gas into my car down at the Irving station, and this big white Cadillac pulls up. And it was from Prince Edward Island, it was. I recognized the license plate, and this little tiny fella pops out. He's got a bald head and everything, and his wife is kind of a big person sitting in the other seat. He pops out his car, and he kind of says, "Can you tell us how to get to Route 112? We're trying to find it. All we can see is signs for Route 113. And I said, "Oh, golly, we haven't got any signs for Route 112 around here. You got to go to Conway to see one of them." And he said, "Well, can you show me on the map how to get there?" And he pulls out this big, huge map, and he sets it on the hood of his car. And the map had covered the windshield and went right down the hood of his car and clearing over the bumper. It turned out it was a map of the eastern United States and the maritime provinces. And I looked for Freiburg on the map. It was a little tiny circle, and Conway right next to another little tiny circle, one circle touching the other. Well, no roads on it at all, except for 302. And I said, "Geez, you know," he says, "if you're going to travel around here, you really should get a map of the area." And I said, "Here, I'll show you. There's a sign to 113 right there." He says, "You don't want that. You want to keep on 302 here. You'll come to a blinking yellow light. Now, if you take a right, that'll take you into North Conway, and you don't want to do that. You go straight. That'll take you into Conway Village. You go through a couple sets of lights. You're on Route 16, and then on the right, you'll see a sign to Route 112, the Kancamagus Highway. Now, by the way, what do you want to go down that way for?" He says, "Oh, well, we was hoping to see a moose. We've driven 750 miles, and we haven't even seen one moose yet." I said, "Oh, golly, you go to the Kancamagus Highway, you'll see moose there. Why, round here, we not only see them, we run right into them." I said, "Besides that," he said, "you stop at the Saco Ranger Station, you can buy a special pair of glasses. They're heat sensitive. And you put them on. We sell them to tourists all the time." He said, "You put one of them on, you can see the moose sleeping right through the foliage." He goes, "Oh, by golly," he said, he kind of stuffs his map all back together. He said, "Mother, did you hear that?" he said. And he jumped back into his car and he sped off. I said, "Oh, geez, I probably shouldn't have told him that." And I said, "We don't have glasses like that. We sell the tourists." But I remember Douglas was volunteering there that day, so I called him. I said, "Gee, Douglas, just tell him you plumb out of them today, because after all, you know, we don't want to make them tourists look any more foolish than they already do." Oh, geez. Probably should have told you that was the title of this story. We don't want to make them tourists look any more foolish than they already do.
Well, yes, sir. That's my friend Gardner, all right, telling you a story. He's got lots more of them, so you'll want to stay tuned right here for another story at another time. Right here.